Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm just trying to sort out my microphone. So I just want to apologize, first of all, and this is part of a reason why I couldn't upload a video today, is because I don't know if you can hear banging in the background, and I'm going to apologize because it's going to happen throughout, but there's builders working literally on this wall right here, so there's banging in the background. So they are working from like 8 o'clock in the morning to what's the time, 4:30 in the afternoon, and they're still going, so I don't have time to record or edit or do anything. So the video that I was going to post today was just a load of banging in the background, but I thought I want to put something out there, so I thought I'd do a live and just talk to you guys. They should be wrapping up in what, like 15 minutes, I think. So hopefully we won't have that in the background. Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being here at such short notice. I kind of had like a little panic. I was like, what am I gonna do? So yeah, hi. God, this camera really picks up like textured skin, doesn't it? Hey everyone. Hi. I'm having a bit of a textured skin day today. You know, sometimes your skin just feels a little bit like textury. What I thought I would do for you guys is a Q&A. So whether you have a makeup question, a question in general, that's it basically. Then do let me know. I do just want to say, while there's a lot of you in here at the moment, I have something really exciting I'm sharing with you guys next week, and I'm really, really excited. So stick around next Friday. Wait, what day is it today? Oh, I was going to email, it scared me. Yeah, next Friday. Let me just turn my volume down on here. Yeah, it'll be next Friday, so that's really, really exciting. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being up. Can everyone hear me okay? Thank you for being up, everyone. Thank you for, what am I going to say? Being awake, if it's really late. Can you guys hear me? Just give me a big yes if you can actually hear what I'm saying. I just want to make sure my microphone's right, because you know how I always have trouble plugging in my actual microphone. I'm going to get a new one because it's good. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, you can see my tracking thing, can't you? How do I get rid of that? Oh, that's annoying. Bear with me 1 second. Let me try and get rid of that. Let's just, you know what, at least this one isn't moving, right? Okay, let's just give up and let's just let this box happen. I mean, it gives me a point where to sit in, you know? I can sit in my box. Okay, let's go. I wish I knew how to. Let me just say something, right? When I buy like technical equipment, I just go on YouTube. I'm like, good camera for something. And then I don't know anything about cameras. I don't know what things mean. Okay, let's go. Oh, everything's moving too fast. Bear me 1 second. Stop. Okay. This box is fine, right? I have really bad hooded eyes, and I've been waiting to try a cat eye, but every time I do it, it makes my eyes look really tiny. Please help. Why does it make your eyes look tiny? I need a little bit more detail there. If you want to do like a cat eye and you have a hooded eye, look up. You can see my microphone, right? Jesus Christ. Look up the batwing technique. I do it in a video. It's on my playlist, Helping My Subscribers. And it's basically a shape that you make that tricks a hooded eye. I mean, the hooded eye isn't tricked, but it makes it look like it's coming out straight, but it's actually a straight across step down like this. It's like a bat wing. That's why it's called a bat wing. And that's really, really good for hooded eyes. Hi, Katie. Thank you so much. Hi, Robert. Just what's the best way to conceal or minimize the appearance of acne scarring and pock marks when doing makeup? It's quite difficult because physical markings on the face, if you want to cover them, or, you know, they need to be physically smoothed out. So for example, I have my pot mark here, which I can't physically cover because makeup can't cover or smooth out too much texture. I mean, I would make my nose smoother if makeup did that. But the best way to do it is to kind of, if you want to highlight in the mark, if that makes sense, if they're on the cheeks, there's something about peach blush that really helps to smooth out acne scarring or the appearance of acne scarring and bumps on the skin. Nothing shimmery, just a matte peach. I don't know what it is, but it really helps to smooth it out. The more makeup you put on texture, the more obvious it is. So try not to go too much in. As much as we want to cover, sometimes we need less coverage to make it less obvious, if that makes sense. Thank you. You love my box. I'm sorry I'm missing these super chats. Thank you, everyone. No question. Just want to send love from Mackinac Island. Did I say that right? I probably said that really wrong. That's so disrespectful. Thank you so much. Would you be open to doing Zoom-based makeup lessons? I got so many questions about how to do things. Thank you for your super chat, and would pay a metaphorical arm and leg for your help. Thank you. It is something I get asked a lot, so maybe I will look into it one day. How to make nose look shorter with makeup side and front. From the side, what you can do is take a little tiny brush like this. And if we're looking at the side here, for me, my nose maybe comes down quite a bit. So you can shade in this area here. Don't go all the way around because then it starts to look like fancy dress, like panda nose. Just tap in this little area here. And that'll be shorter on the side. For the front, you can kind of cut it off right here. Don't go too crazy. And when you're contouring your nose, don't do the whole U shape because not everyone has the same shaped nose. So just do these little bits here. I sometimes find, it's very strange, but if you get your fingers and touch your nose, there's like a little ball at the end of your nose. On the sides of that ball, you can feel a little indent shade in there, and it gives you a more of a button nose appearance, so it makes your nose look a little bit shorter in that sense. Oh, sorry, everyone, I'm missing the super chats. Sending love from Taiwan. Thank you. Thank you so much for your super chat. As an Asian, I find it difficult to execute some of the eye makeup techniques commonly seen in Western community. Yeah, different bone structure, etc. Any advice for that? I think, again, it's different face shapes and things like that. We can't always go for the same thing. Cut creases will look absolutely incredible on you because you can physically, if you wanted to, create that look. You can physically draw on the shape. I think as well, consider yourself very lucky that you can create some amazing makeup that people maybe in a Western style can't also create. So it's nice that every kind of area of the world has a different kind of technique in makeup. If you do want to recreate techniques that you see in more of a Western world, look more into how you can create depth, if that makes sense, on the eye depth and highlight. And that way it's almost like you're contouring your eye shape before you do the makeup. It's almost like setting down blueprints. So take something like a bronzer or like a very light gray eyeshadow and kind of map out where you want your shape to be and where you want your what style you want to do. And that way you can get a little bit more of a what's the word, a plan set out before you do eye makeup. Okay, sorry guys, I'm so sorry I'm missing loads of chats here. I adore your channel. Whenever I eat, drink, or get extreme redness on the skin around my mouth area, I said that really wrong, but you guys know what I'm saying. What do you recommend to help reduce the appearance without too much makeup? Is it like a reaction to alcohol and things like that? Because I know some people, I've done brides makeup where they're going to drink and they're going to get a flush of red here. The only thing you can do is kind of like plan ahead and kind of learn how to cover that. Whenever I eat, drink, I get extreme redness on the skin around my mouth area. Ah, okay. Well, check your allergies first of all, because I get that with apples. It's difficult because then you don't really want to cover up too much around here. Think about redness in skin. Yellow also cancels out redness just as much as green does. So maybe something like a yellow-based face powder would be really good to touch up with after you've eaten and after you've done that. And I don't mean pure yellow. I don't mean like the banana powder. Just something that has that yellow undertone to it would be really great, because then you don't have to pile more makeup on. You're just touching up that area with a bit of yellower powder, and that will be your best option for touching up the skin. How do I organize this? There's too many of you and I'm in a box. Heather, thank you so much. I just wanted to be in the green and let you know you're my favorite. Thank you so much. Maybe after this chat, when I'm stuck in this box, I won't be. Hi, Robert. I hope you liked my Robert series via Twitter. Also, what are your thoughts on Harry Styles? I haven't seen that. Harry Styles is, I'm neutral towards him. I don't really like listen to music, so I don't really know anything about him. But he seems like a good guy, right? Hi, thank you. 130 mood. I love you, Robert. Thank you. How would I do makeup for hooded eyes or eye makeup for people with not much eyelid space? Again, it's about pre-planning. Here's the thing with most hooded eye shapes or eye shapes where you can't really see the lid too much. It's about pre-planning out where you're going to go with color. Let me see if I can grab a brush and show you this. This is for all you hooded eye people out there um, who asked for videos. I did plan a hooded eye. Where's my thing gone? I did plan a hooded eye video before lockdown. I was just about to film it, and literally the day before, it was like, okay, we're going into lockdown. I was like, great. It's only been like a year of people requesting a hooded eye video, but you know. So let's say, for example, my eye here. My eyes are really slightly hooded, but I lift them when I'm doing makeup so you can see a little bit more. So let's say I'm just going to take a bronzer, and I'm just going to map out. So hooded eye. If I want to do, let's say, a smoky eye, for example, I'll start drawing my color up here. And looking straight forward, if you have hooded eyes, do your eye makeup just leaving your face, leaving your eyes like you would have them any other time. Don't do this. Don't like stretch them up or anything like that. You want to look at your face, how it's going to be all the time when you're just eating or when you're just sitting there. And what you want to do is you almost want to paint on that depth on the hood. I wish I had a stronger color to show you. So can you see we've kind of got that imitation socket almost? And you can take that as far across as you want. If you have extremely hooded eyes, I would only really take it to the middle because you kind of want to keep this inside area quite light and bright. And then you can get your blending brush and then soften out that edge. For anyone just joining me, hi, I'm in a box because I have no technical abilities. So this is me in a box. And then you kind of have that slight definition. I wish I had an eyeshadow palette right next to me here. But that's what you want to do. You kind of want to look at your face shape, how it is normally, and then slightly draw over. Go to my helping my subscribers video. And it's something I do. There's a playlist. There's something I do to people with hooded eyes where I've drawn on their eye how you should kind of map out your eye makeup with a hooded eye. It'll make it so much easier for everyone. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm missing all these super chats. I'm just not fast enough. Thank you so much, Alexandra. Desiree, hi. Hi, Robert. When I do an eye look, a lot of people suggest putting eyeshadow under the eye. But when I do that, it brings out my darkness. Any suggestions? Yeah. So there's a few things you can do. What I do is I take it really far down. So then there's kind of no excuse. My darkness is covered. It depends as well how you're doing it. I do the top of the eye first. Creasing up there, and then I'll do all my concealer and everything like that, and then I'll finish up under the eye. The best thing you can do, take a really small brush. This is a really great brush. It's from, there you go. This is from Sigma, and this is the Tight Line E16. If you keep your color more along the lash line and almost do it like you're just very slightly lining, but not too harsh and heavy, buff it out with this, then it's not going to look too deep. But use that concealer technique that I do where you lighten the corner here and lighten the inside corner. Don't take it all the way across. Just focus on those areas that are slightly deeper. If your concealer isn't covering enough, consider a concealer that is maybe 2 shades darker than your skin tone and use that just in the areas. I'm going to burp. Sorry. Use that just in the areas where you're not getting enough coverage. Don't go full on color corrector because that can be quite obvious. Go 2 shades darker than your skin tone and a more red undertone in the concealer, not a yellow undertone. Yellow on top of gray or blue, which we consider the color under the eye, makes that kind of gray ashy color. So whatever skin tone you are, if you have dark under eyes, go for that warm, that red. I consider warm red. I know some people consider it yellow, but that reddy undertone. I hope that helped. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry I'm missing your super chats. I am talking too much. A very pink reddish waterline and makeup makes it stand out more and look weird. What are your suggestions for under eye makeup? I just read that and didn't even take it in my head. Sorry. A very pink red. Okay. And makeup makes it stand out. Yeah. Yeah. So when you apply like foundation, for example, and concealer, sometimes the eyes can look kind of sore. And this is like a common thing when you don't do much eye makeup as well. Go grab a flesh color eye pencil. Flesh color, a kind of like golden metallic brown would be quite nice because it's not too intense. It's kind of more gold, so it's not intense color, and it's not going to darken too much, or it's not going to brighten too much. But use a flesh on the inside, not white flesh, and don't go full on because then you just look like you have no face at all. But yeah, a tiny bit, or take a little bit, like I said, that tiny brush that I used a minute ago, the Sigma one, with like a bronzer. You basically want to separate your skin from your eyes. So take like a little bit of a line under there, because otherwise it just looks like full on face. I hope it makes sense. I hope it helped. Would you recommend, oh, go right here. What do you think about the MAC? Oh, where did that go? What do you think about, I think there's someone, where's it gone? I think someone said, what do you think about the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer? I think it's too red. Hi, Robert, love you, and James. How can I apply concealer to dark circles without looking cakey and creasing? So first of all, use your fingers. Fingers warm up concealer, and it warms up makeup products because you have a body temperature and it's making the end product nice and warm. So it changes the texture to a really nice, more malleable, more movable texture. And really tap with your fingers in those areas because you're going to get a better coverage because the product is now thicker. You're going to get a smoother blend because you're using the warmth of your fingers to blend. And only use it in the areas where you really need it. If you crease up in here, take your concealer right up to this inside corner and build it up there first. When you have any leftover product, then tap over the areas where you crease a little bit more. In terms of powder, use the lightest, fluffiest brush you can find. One that has long hairs, for example, that isn't too stubby. Because then you have more of a lighter movement. Hold your brush right up the tip here and give yourself a really nice, really soft layer of powder. And then throughout the day, you'll find it so much easier just to touch up with your fingers and just give it a really good tap. The skin under our eyes is so thin. We all know this, right? It's really thin. The more products you put on it, the more there is to grip and the more there is to pull down. So experiment with where you can place your concealer that isn't sitting in areas where it creases so much. Thank you all so much for your super chats. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry if I'm missing you. Do I like pizza? Have you seen this chin? Of course I do. Hi, Robert. I struggle with my combination skin. My T-zone is oily, apart from around the end of my nose, and the rest of my face is very weird. Oh, both oily and dry. Yeah, I don't wear makeup because of this. Tips. I'm the same. I'm extremely oily but dehydrated. So I get areas on my skin that have this weird texture, especially around my nose, my crusty bits, where I'm really dehydrated. Sorry. A bit of a sore throat. So your skin may be oily and dehydrated, not necessarily dry. You still might see some texture there. So of course, up your water intake, but find a primer that's really tacky and really sticky. Milk's Hydro Grip is really good. And by the way, guys, Hydro Grip has xylitol, which is extremely poisonous for dogs. So if you have a dog, keep them away from that primer and licking your face. Yeah, use that because it's really sticky, or use a serum, a skin serum as your primer. This one from Beauty Bay is really good. The soothing serum. It's niacin. I can't say that. You guys, I can't say that. It's tackling excess oil and clogged pores. But I've been using it underneath my foundation when I'm feeling excessively oily, because serums still hydrate enough, but not over the top. So you're not going to be oily, but you're going to get a boost of moisture in those areas that are dehydrated. Yes. Guys, thank you so much for your super chats. I'm so sorry I'm missing them. Marie or Mary, hi. Robert, you're amazing and I love your honesty. Thank you. I trust your words. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Every single liquid foundation I've tried accentuates every pore on my face. Yeah, and makeup looks awful. Please help me and save my face. Oh. So it depends where your pores are. If we're talking nose and face, which is nose is on your face. Why do I keep doing this? How are you applying your foundation? Are you using a brush, a sponge, or your fingers? because ideally with texture on the skin, including pores, we kind of want to push the product into the skin a little bit more. I would recommend, if you're not using your fingers already, use your fingers. We always forget that fingers are such a great makeup tool. They are incredible. And the areas where you have pores, push into that area. If you are extremely kind of porous on the nose, lay down an eyeshadow primer before and give your skin a little bit of time to kind of deal with that before you put your foundation on. But any texture in your skin, if you have pores in your skin, dry skin, dehydrated skin, fine lines, think about how you are applying your product onto your face. Are you interfering with that texture too much with the actions of your the way you apply makeup, if that makes sense? If you're still finding it none of these work, try a mineral powder foundation. I know that seems kind of old-fashioned, but I used a mineral powder foundation once on this girl who had a sunburn, whose skin was peeling off, and it was her prom, and nothing was working on skin. It was just making it look really textured, and a mineral powder just went so smoothly on top. So give that a go if you're having struggles with that. And also, minerals aren't too drying on the skin. Guys, oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Hi, Robert. I hope you're doing well in this climate. I am. I'm doing all right. Thank you so much. Hi, Robert. Ooh, I have... Hi, Robert. I have a question, but not makeup related. That's okay. Would you join up with a paranormal team and go with them on a haunted investigation? That's my dream. That's my absolute dream, to go on a really good guided like ghost tour. Not like people jumping out at you dressed as like Henry VIII, you know? But like, oh, I would love that. Hi, thank you so much. How many ghost stories do you have left read on your email, and do you skip over any or read them all? With love, from the States. So my ghost email address, if you guys don't know, I read ghost stories on Monday, and I do my makeup and I read ghost stories that have been sent in to me. And I have an email address, and I have loads and loads and loads. I believe I'm still reading emails from March, because I went into April and then we discovered a spam folder which had loads more emails in. So if I ever I might unintentionally skip past some, but not intentionally. Yeah, but you can always, if you want to, message me and just be like, this was my subject, this is my email address, can you find it? Because sometimes they just go missing, and I've missed some amazing stories because of that. Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone, how are we doing? Do you read tarot cards? I used to, yes. Hey Jamie, thank you so much. You're so wonderful for trying to keep up with us. But if you scroll up and slow the chat for you, Pia. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That makes sense. Thank you. You have me in my box. I just can never get anything right. Could you do a video on how to properly sanitize makeup? Yeah, I can do, absolutely. I have been so scared to open my professional kit. I keep my YouTube kit and my professional kit separate, and I just, since like the outbreak, I want to say, I just haven't brought myself to open it and look inside. But from the 1st of August, makeup artists can start working again here in the UK. So I do need to go through my kit and get rid of expired stuff and sanitize everything over again. So I will. After I come off this live, go to my Insta stories, because there's a girl whose Instagram, oh, how can I not remember her name, who I talk to. On her Instagram stories, and she saved them, she has how to sanitize every single thing you can think of in your kit. And it's absolutely incredible. So if you want a quick answer, go ahead and check her out. I'll pop out on my Insta stories as soon as we finish this live. Do you have a technique for people with long and thick but very straight eyelashes? Every time I try to curl my lashes, it always seems to uncurl and goes back to original straight art from after. Yeah. The best thing I like to do with lash curlers, my desk is such a mess. I should have cleaned it before I could find my, oh, here you go. With my lash curlers. So these are half lash curler, but imagine this is your eyelash. Start from the base and give a little squeeze. Move up, obviously let go. Move up and go to the middle and give a little squeeze. And then go to the tip and give a little squeeze as well. And do that a few times, almost like you're crimping your lash upwards, because then you're not just going right at the base. And if your lashes are going to fall down, at least you have that lift at the top as well, so it still gives that impression of a curled lash. And that will be my tip for that. Thank you so much, Saz. I can't read the screen from here. What are some of the key products you have in your freelance kit? Also, you have seen my... Oh yes, I know what you mean. I love them. I'm trying to find them again on Twitter. They're like scary, but like people would pay millions. So in my personal makeup kit, some of the key products, believe it or not, is storage and packaging. This, I'm going to show you something really, really boring, but if you have a pro kit, you're going to love this. This is from my Kitco, and it's a tissue holder, but it's like a reusable one, and it's a great hygienic way to store your tissues. I have a kit bag. It's on like an on-set bag, so it's kind of like for anyone who doesn't do makeup, you have your station where you do makeup, and when you need to go on set, you take this bag with you. It has all your touch-up items in it, and it's from Kit Stars, a brand called Kit Stars. So anything that can help me minimize the amount of product I have everywhere in my kit. Empty palettes, for example, empty makeup palettes, labels, label makers with expiry dates on them. It's not so much product, because I think you can work with a lot of different products. It's more how you organize the kit for me. There's nothing worse than carrying around a huge, heavy kit. I used to do that in London, and I used to have to carry it on the tube, up the escalators, sometimes up the stairs if you've ever been to Covent Garden Station and the lifts are closed and you have to go up those stairs. So it's more about how, for me, organization. So anything that has like, for example, where I keep my eyeliner pencils is like a pencil case thing, but they're all in this. And I also have a tube, if that makes sense, that doubles as a bin. So I have my lip pencils in there, and I untwist it. One half becomes my bin, and one half comes where I keep my pencils. Then I empty that and put it all back in, and then I completely sanitize that straight after. So yeah, it's more storage for me. Let's start from here. Hi, Robert. Love your videos. Thank you. How do I get rid of dry skin? Oh, CeraVe hasn't worked. My brother does skincare, so James does skincare. I don't know what CeraVe is. I know how to pronounce it, but I don't really know what it is. But James is a skincare twin. I wouldn't know how to answer. I'm sorry. Katie, thank you so much. Hi, Robert. Love you. Thank you. From Plymouth. Oh, hey. I'm 42. What are your most aging makeup? What are the most aging makeup techniques? Thank you. Thank you. So for me, things that age the skin, there's one thing that I really, really don't like, but which I think ages anyone. You can be 12, you can be 21, you can be 42, is a solid black line of liquid liner under the eye here is one of the most aging things ever. Too much product. I think when people have like a more mature skin or ageless skin, as we like to call it, if you pile too much product, people think they need coverage. They're like, cover more, pop more. You don't need coverage. You need to play with light and dark. So coverage ages, really ages. We know that from building up like a full coverage product, really, really ages the skin on anyone. So if you have mature skin and you want to look a little bit, you don't really want to wear too much makeup and you don't want to age the face, play with highlight and depth without going too crazy with a highlighter. And brighten and give a skin a glow, give a skin a really nice glow. I think when people don't add enough glow, I think that's what ages the skin. Sarah, thank you so much. Love you so much. Please never change. Thank you. Also, could you recommend a starter makeup brush set that won't break the bank? Yes, I can. Sigma is absolutely one of my favorite brush brands. They have amazing sets on their website. They are, I wouldn't say they break the bank, but I think we're quite spoiled with affordable brushes nowadays. When I first started doing makeup, a £50 brush was like, I need that. You know, it was your tools and you're going to treat them really well. And I think we almost have like these disposable brushes nowadays. But Sigma make these incredibly thought out brushes. And if you want a good starter set, go and look at their sets online. And buy one. I guess Sigma are my absolute favorite. Morgan, hey, how did you get your scar? So it's really not that interesting. I basically fell down some stairs when I was younger. Yeah. Hi, love you. Hi, thank you. I have so much trouble finding a foundation shade. I have dark, deep. I've spent so much money on foundation only to look yellow. Yeah, and I can't even begin to figure out my undertone. It's really difficult to study undertone. I did a video. You guys have seen that trend going around, where people are drawing like colored dots in their face and blending it together, and then they're like, that's a technique you learn in makeup school. So go and check out my video. It's how to match your undertone or something like that. And it sounds really stupid, but the only way to really start to look at undertone is to train yourself to see different tones in the skin. When I look at my skin, I see yellow, I see green, I see just a load of green, and some people don't see those colors in skin. Get yourself a really basic like face painting set. So get like a yellow, red and blue, a black and white. Start with what you think is your base tone. So for me, I'll start with yellow. And then I'll think, how can I make this yellow more precise to my skin tone? I'll add red, and then just keep adding color. And this trains your eye to be able to see color. So when you go to the drugstore, when you go to a store and find a shade, you can look at it and think, actually, that's too blue, or that's too orange, or that's too yellow. That's the only real way is practice, to be honest with you. The other great thing to do is find a foundation, if you do have one that actually suits your skin tone. Literally whack it on a bit of paper and go shopping with that bit of paper and just see what matches. Yeah, people might think it's weird, but that's fine. Hi, sorry to spam. No problem at all. Thank you. How do I blend the line between my beard and face without powdering my beard or having a sudden transition? Thank you for getting me into makeup. My absolute pleasure. Go and chewing my words. I go over my beard. So I go over my beard, and then I will take my finger with like a little bit of micellar water, and I'll just brush over, because unfortunately there's no way to blend that in without it really going over. Or you can take a blending brush like this and literally just buff over that area there. But then again, with a blending brush, you're kind of pushing product into the root of hair, which is what you don't want, because then you get those kind of like weird bits around there. So it would have to be very gentle micellar water on the beard. That's what I've done today on my face. Casey, hi, thank you. Where's it gone? Casey, come back. There you are. Any chance you and Raw Beauty Chrissy will have a video FaceTime type collab? That'd be amazing. Until I meet you in real life, that's because that's got to happen. It will. I would love to do like a meet and greet thing, but I feel like no one would come. So I'm gonna wait till I hit like 1 million and then see what we can do. I would love to like meet her in real life. She's really, really great. She's such a kind-hearted person, and it's kind of a genuine kind of kind-hearted. Yeah, I'm so happy about her giveaway. By the way, I'll be announcing giveaway winners later on today. And come out with merch, please. I would try, but I just don't know what I would do. When you get, what's it called? Is it called imposter syndrome? Where it's like, I don't want to do it. I don't deserve it. Lisa, thank you. Hello, Robert from Los Angeles. Hi, thank you so much for everything you do. I've learned so much from you. I seem to find it difficult with blending when I use a primer. Help. Oh, so is primer kind of peeling your foundation away or something like that? Try a more liquid-based primer. If you're using a silicone-based primer, that's going to be a little bit uncomfortable to use. I hope that if you can find me on Instagram, not everyone, just you, I can't say your name, Lisa. I'm so sorry, Flores. Send me a message on Instagram and we'll chat a little bit more about that. Jennifer, thank you so much. You're most trusted anyway. Thank you. What are the most important makeup products for pictures? My daughter doesn't wear makeup, but she's having some pics taken soon, and I want to do her makeup. Yeah, no. Again, think of photography, flash photography. It's light and dark. Again, where light hits. It's not so much a product. Don't use too much powder, first of all. Cameras pick up more texture than sometimes even our eyes can see. Oh my God, I just hit something. So think about texture, bouncing light off. My biggest trick, if you're getting married, or having a wedding, or doing anything that involves photography, your lighter concealer, but not too light, because we don't want thingy. Take your lighter concealer down the nose here and just do this area, because when light bounces off product, it's scientists me, light comes in this way and bounces off. So when a flash goes off, light is going to come in here and bounce off. That's why we get flashback in pictures. Actually, no, that absorbs light, but because it's SPF. But with concealer, you can bounce the light off. So don't use too much, but anywhere that you want to be blurred, put concealer basically put concealer in the middle of your face and it will blur outwards that way. If she doesn't want to look like she's wearing too much makeup, take a really nice brown tone, not too gray and not too red, and just almost like outline. So outline the bottom waterline, outline the lash line, tiny bit of mascara. It's almost like define what you can see without it being too over the top, if that makes sense. I hope that helped. Guys, this is crazy. Thank you. Starts picking tickets for us meet and greet that doesn't exist yet. Yeah. Wait, maybe one day. Samantha, hi, thank you. Love you, Robert. Sorry to ask again, what are your personal favorite eyeshadow colors for green hazel eyes? Green and hazel, personal preference. I really like to bring out the yellow undertone in hazel, and with green there's also that kind of yellow undertone as well, because green is the color of blue and yellow mixing together, so it has that yellow undertone. So anything red, not pure red, well yeah, you could use pure red, but my favorite thing to do on a blue or hazel eye is to do a brown red, like reddy brown smoky eye, like a chocolatey brown smoky eye, because that warmth brings that color, makes them piercing. That's my favorite thing to do. So whether that's like a brown water like liner or something like that, look for that red undertone. Ashley, thank you so much. Hi, Robert. What's a good contour for fair skin that isn't warm toned? I'm having trouble finding one. Thanks, love you. Thank you. Yeah, it's really difficult. My advice, if you have very pale skin and you want a good contour shade, go and find any of your eyeshadow palettes that are neutral and look for those pinky grays or those neutral kind of gray tones without going too gray, without going pure gray, because they are really, really good at contouring on really pale skin. For everyone, for every skin tone, if you can't find a contour powder, go to your eyeshadow palettes. They're the best. James, hi. Yeah, Robert, your Ecamm is probably... I'm not using Ecamm. You owe me £5. No, you donated to me, James. I'm so sorry. Jamie, hi. Watching you do makeup on James was amazing. Good God. All the techniques and flow is so inspirational. I just spat. I did makeup at NOLA. Oh, Fashion Week. Amazing. And I love watching you do makeup on models. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope to do more models as soon as it's safe to do so and people feel comfortable. I get a little bit weird with people asking me to do models and asking me to like see like, you know, my fiance and stuff like that, because I don't want to subject them to hate comments. If that makes sense. When I first started my channel, if anyone remembers when I was on like 8,000 subscribers, I never did makeup on myself. I always did it on models. And I was able to like police the comment section, if that makes sense, and delete nasty comments about the models. But now I'm unable to do that as much as I want to. So I would be really upset if I was to make up on a model and they were to see a nasty comment about them. But I will do it. It's just I need to get over that, and I need to have their consent, obviously. I put up, if you follow me on any social media, I do put up some pictures on my stories of past work I've done. I did it on my YouTube community, but then somebody insulted the model, so I took the post down. Yeah. Rachelyn, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much. Do you have any tips for mascara smudging under the eyes throughout the day? Yeah, it looks like I've cried a river at the end of the day. Whole new issue. Do you wear eyeshadow primer even if you're not wearing eyeshadows? Oil on the eyelid will break down your mascara on the top, in turn breaking down your mascara on the bottom lashes and giving you those smudges. So make sure you're wearing a good eyeshadow primer, not concealer on the lid, because concealer gets broken down with oil. Yeah, so just wear a good eyeshadow primer, the Sigma one. Powder puffs and kittens. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you guys. Lourdes, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much. Hi, Robert. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you. I'm tan, dark with yellow undertones. How do I pick a blush color? So it depends what you want to do. If you want to give a skin a bit of vibrancy, go for peach. A peach tone will look incredible on you. Don't go pastel pink. Any pastels have this kind of gray or white undertone that can wash you out very easily. So think of and this is good advice for anyone. If you want like a nice blush for yourself, think of the color you want and then almost add your skin tone to it. So if you are more of a yellow undertone and you want an orange blush, you add it like a yellow, it becomes more peachier. If you want a red blush, add more yellow, it becomes more of a light, a deeper pink, if that makes sense. So go for something that is peachy in tone. That'll look really nice on you. Sometimes my foundation goes on clumpy, dry, and weird for no reason. Yeah, other times it looks amazing. Yeah, the same technique. Oh, you're using the same technique for foundation. Why? Love your videos. Thank you, Kristen. Again, it depends on application and how your skin is that day. Your skin can change texture. Am I over this way? This box is putting me all wrong. It depends on the application. Make sure the way, if you're having an excessively like dehydrated day or dry day, make sure you're not interfering with your skin texture so much. Try using a refreshing spray. Not a setting spray, but a refreshing mist. Look for glycerin as an ingredient before your foundation. Use that as your primer and see if that helps. You'll get a smoother, tackier grip on the skin. Who's this? Amanda, thank you so much. Robert, thanks for your work. It's changing my relationship with makeup for the better. Oh, amazing. Thank you. I just want to let you know that I would definitely pay for an online makeup 101 or something like that if you're up to it. Tons of love from Brazil. Take care. Thank you so much. It is something I've considered because so many people ask for it, like almost on a daily basis. So, yeah, thank you. Katie from Plymouth. Hello again. I've been asked by a friend to do her makeup for her son's wedding. She never wears makeup usually. I'm a GP. Oh, not a makeup artist. Any tips, please? Yeah, again, play with light. If you're not used to doing someone's makeup, don't try and go full on. Play with depth. Play with socket. Make the socket slightly darker. Highlight areas that you need to. Light and dark. Think of it like that rather than shape. Don't go too much. A little tiny bit at a time. Take your time. Less product to start with. You can always build up product. Don't go in with loads of eyeshadow. Don't go in with loads of brush. Tiny bit at a time. Work on that. If you find doing makeup on someone, if you find that you get one side which is more difficult for you, start with that side that is more difficult, because then you can match up your easier side easier, if that makes sense. I hope that helps. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Answered that. Why is everyone telling me to check my phone? Oh, did James say to check my phone? Checked my phone. I checked my phone. Thank you, everyone. Hi, Robert. I have such olive skin tone with what I feel with greenish hue. That's me. Can you tell me the perfect blush and bronzer hue? Love you, and you're my favorite YouTuber and makeup artist. Thank you so much, Krish Nicoli. Sorry, my computer's over and I don't have glasses on. Yeah, so blush, again, think about your undertone. So I would personally stick again with peach and orange tones, just because it's a little bit more complementary with green and yellow. That's what I do on me because I'm greeny yellow. I stick to peach. If you go to pink, you can kind of get this with green underneath, a really strange, almost like bruised undertone. Yes, it can be a little bit difficult, but stick to the orangey, peachy tones and not too much shimmer either. Keep it nice and smooth. I'm trying to think what else is good. Or a deep plum, a plummy tone would be really great. Nearer like Christmas time, though. What am I missing here? Cindy, thank you so much. Love from Boston. Nice. Any tips on foundation transfer? It's really difficult with foundation transfer. For me, transfer means that something is breaking down your foundation from underneath. And of course, you're rubbing onto something or leaning on something. So think about how you're prepping your skin. I love to use setting. I keep spitting. Sorry. I love to use setting spray before foundation, because then you get a nice kind of like blockage for your skin. Not physical, like blocking your pores, but it stops that oil from coming through. Here's what you should do, right? Do all your skincare, do all your skin prep, leave it a few minutes, take like a tissue or a towel, whatever, and then just tap your face and remove any excess moisture that your skin isn't like sucking up. And then go on with your foundation after that. I'm trying to think of a really good, no, I can't think of anything other than that, than prepping the skin. Some setting sprays are really good, some aren't. It's kind of experimenting with them. I don't love setting sprays, but yeah. Am I still having to check my phone? Let's see. Okay. Hey, Robin, thank you so much. Any tips for highlighting aging skin that can give a glow but not enhance texture? Yeah, you want to look for the texture of the highlighter first of all. Highlighters with glitter or that kind of individual shiny pigmentation is horrible for, I personally think, on anyone. I think it shows texture, and if you have incredibly smooth skin, which you're incredibly lucky if you do, you want something that's more metallic and more metallic is the wrong word, but more of a natural shine. Go for something like Colourpop. Colourpop do the Super Shock highlighters, which are really, really nice. If you wear liquid foundation, do your highlighter. Get a cream highlighter basically, but try tapping a bit of foundation on top of a highlighter afterwards. If it's not powder, go for a cream and tap foundation on top. Very, very lightly, and then you get a more from within the skin kind of finish rather than like being put on top of the skin. Jessica, hi, thank you. Hi, Robert, I love your scary stories. Thank you, they're my favorite ones. Someone may have asked this already, but what kind of products do you recommend for someone like myself who has a light, cool pink undertone? You don't want to go for pinks much because then you're bringing out that pinkness in the skin. Not that that's a bad thing, but you don't want your products to look like they're all kind of melting into your face. You can go for quite a lot, to be honest with you. Go for something like it's hard to recommend products without saying names of brands that I don't want to mention anymore. Try and look for a color. Try like a nice like nude. Here I have a gloss that's a color to what I'm saying. Like this. This will look really nice on like a pinky undertone skin. Look, I look like a 2000s YouTuber. Because it has a natural undertone, like that peachy natural undertone. Peach is the answer to everything today. But you can go a little bit deeper with it. I think that'd be really nice. Don't think like bubblegummy, bright colors. You can add it, although you think, you know, you're lighter, you might not want to go too deep, but do bring a bit of warmth to it. When you're shopping for makeup, think like autumn, think of fall colors, and see what you can do. Thank you so much, Gracie. Snowed X. Hi, I just want to thank you for introducing me to the Misha BB cream. Yeah, it's my HG now. Amazing. Love you. Thank you. Misha actually reached out to me and showed me a little kind of sneak peek of their further extended color range. So I'm so happy they're doing that and bringing out more, making it more available to everyone. Hi, I have these little bumps, Milia, under my eyes. And so any product emphasizes that, but I also have really dark circles. What do I do? Love your videos so much. Thank you so much. It's difficult because, again, it's texture and you can't physically flatten texture with makeup. Focus if you want to brighten your under eyes, again, focus that color, pull all that lightness into this area here, brightening this area right here and brightening this area here. You'll be surprised how much that can influence the coverage and the brightness of the face and around the eye area. And go for a concealer that is more like a creamier texture, not like the liquid ones, not like these, as great as they are, but you might have a better kind of texture with a pot concealer and using your finger and really warm up that product and really push it into the skin. And then hopefully you won't get as much texture that way, but a tiny, tiny bit at a time. So. Please do a Jeffree Star Cosmetics review. I don't use Jeffree Star Cosmetics anymore. Personal choice. I don't mind if anyone else does, though. Whatever you do, you. A Cameron, thank you so much. What is the best way to cover acne? Also, how should people with glasses wear colorful eyeshadow? Love from North Carolina. Hey. So, best way to cover acne, if you choose to cover your acne, is to, again, not use too much. Again, texture. You can't physically smooth out the skin with makeup. Make sure you're priming your skin first. Make sure you're protecting your skin from product. And don't use a silicone one, use a really tacky texture. And the best way to get the best coverage is to let the product warm to the skin for a while. So leave like little bit where you want to cover, basically leave a bit of concealer on every blemish and let that sit and let it warm to the skin. Then it's up to you if you want to blend that into the skin or just go straight on top of your foundation. But let product warm and work with your skin a little bit more. How should people wear glasses? How should people with glasses wear colorful eyeshadow? Remember, your glasses magnify everything if you have quite a strong prescription. So think about, put your glasses on and think about where your glasses give shadow and where it allows the light through. A lot of the time you'll find it quite shadowed on the inside here and around this area here. So all you're really getting is this color here. So ideally you want to lighten this whole area where you get that shadow and then brighten this area here. So when you're wearing color, focus your brighter colors right on the inside here. Add a bit of highlight and then you can deepen this outside corner because it's almost like we want to highlight this circle. Where's my camera? There. We want to highlight this area here when you're wearing glasses because you want that boost of light where it's shadowed by your glasses. I hope that helps. I'm missing everything. Lorena, thank you so much. Robert, thank you for all your great advice, especially on how to apply concealer around these 40-plus-year-old eyes. Gracias, and sending you lots of purple hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that concealer technique works for you. Katie, hi. Thank you. Robert, you're the best. Promise not stalking you. Katie from Plymouth here. Hi again. I'm super oily. What is the best way to touch up my skin without looking cakey? I'm 42. Love your videos. The best way to touch up your skin is to think about why you need to touch up your skin in the first place. So don't think about piling on more products. Think about how you're going to repair your makeup, not touch it up, if that makes sense. I personally find as someone with oily skin, if I'm going to touch up my skin, I kind of want to renew the texture because it goes that kind of like crumbly, horrible texture. Grab a sponge, a hydrating mist, for example, Glossier Soothing Mist. You don't have, actually, this one smells too much like roses. Just give it a little spray. And you just kind of want to push very gently and renew the texture of your product. Don't blend, don't add more product, especially with oily skin. The more product you add, the more product there is for your oil to break down. Then you can go in with your fingers and warm up that area, and it almost renews your foundation. Think about renewing and repairing and fixing and not about adding more, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Hi, Robert. Christina from California. Thank you so much. First, I love you. Any tips for clients with hyperhidrosis? One second, let me Google this. Hyperhidrosis. I've never come into contact with that. Hyperhidrosis. Hyperhidrosis is abnormally excessive sweating. That's nothing. Oh, okay. Honestly, no. It's great if it's for hyperhidrosis is excessive sweating. It's difficult because unless you're there with a client the whole day to touch up all the time, is there's not really much you can do. The best thing to go for would be a powder-based spray, if that makes sense. For example, what do I have? I know we don't like to use it, but a powder spray that has mica and denatured alcohol, just because they're a little bit more drying, and using that as your primer. And that's an extreme case to kind of keep the skin as dry as possible. That would be my advice. Mika's a singer, and denatured alcohol in sprays would be my best bet for that. I've never had that for someone, to be honest with you, though. I've had excessively oily, but never excessive sweating. Lynn, hi, thank you so much. My mum has rosacea. How can I help her cover it better with makeup? She doesn't like heavy makeup. Love you, Robert. Thank you. Love you. Again, rosacea can be covered with yellow undertones. Go for a product that is a little bit more water-based, a concealer that is a little bit lighter. Not lighter in color, lighter in texture, and a yellow undertone, because then you're correcting the redness, but also in terms of texture, that the lighter one sits a little bit better on rosacea and looks a little bit smoother. Prepping the skin as well with a nice primer is also a good one. I know people don't like primer. I really like it. If she doesn't like wearing too much makeup, a good primer to go for, again, is Milk Hydro Grip or anything with that stickiness. A serum that doesn't interfere too much with a rosacea. You'll have to do your research into that one. Again, because it leaves like a nice texture on the skin. If you can find an eye cream or an eye gel, a product that is made like that, to use on that area that is, again, safe for her rosacea, then use that. There's something a little bit different about the gels and the creams. And the texture they leave on the skin makes it a little bit tackier, a little bit easier to build makeup on top of. I hope that helped. Saz, hello again. I got a really rounded nose that goes really wide at the end. I can't figure out how to make it look more narrow, less round. Any tips? Oh, so sweat on the face. Look for setting sprays with powder in. It's too bright in here. Rounded nose, yeah. So I said this tip at the beginning. So sorry for repeating myself, but get your fingers and just push in the nose here and feel. Can you see when I do that? I get this like little tip. So color in, contour or fill in where your fingers are, because then you get this really little point at the end of your nose. Just that area, and then this little tip under here. Don't go crazy and fill in the whole thing because it just looks like you put like orange at the end of your nose. Hey, Robert, thank you so much. Love you. I've got a bad eye. The outer corner of my right eye will not hold depth of pigment. Yeah. Help. Love from the boonies of West Virginia. Hi, thank you so much. So what I would do is lay down your eyeshadow primer like normal. And then if you can get yourself a wind up flesh color eye pencil, a wind up one particularly because the texture is more tacky and it grips more, and lay that down in the area that isn't holding on to color, because that's a little bit more water resistant, the wind up ones, because they're made to go on a waterline and be a little bit more water resistant. And sometimes that's why pigment doesn't sit, because water kind of gets involved in that area. And lay that down before, draw it, and then literally tap it in with your finger, and then you'll find product will stick to that. Colourpop do some good ones. Okay, what am I missing? Hi, everyone. Amanda, hey, hello from NYC. Oh, I love it there. Absolutely love your videos. I'm extremely oily. I was wondering, how can I prep my skin for BB cream? Yeah, it gets oily throughout the day. Again, setting sprays with mica powder in are the best. Drench your face in it, fan it dry, and then go on with it. But every other step, blot your face in between. So with a tissue or blotting paper, do your moisturizer, let that do what it needs to. Blot, take away excess oil. Primer, let that do what it needs to, and then blot, and then spray. Yeah, that would be the best with your mica in your thing. I know everyone hates mica, but it's so great for what's it called? Oily skin. Hi, Robert. Where did you get that feathery face brush you use? Thanks. I'm not sure which one you mean. Do you mean this one? Like this one? Or this one? Or this one? To be honest with you, all my brushes I use are from Sigma or they're my really, really old MAC ones that I've had since I was 18. I should probably throw them away. Emily, hello. I love your videos so much. Thank you. I have tried every primer and break out every time without fail. What else can I try to protect the skin? Thank you. No problem. Just a quick one. Are you double cleansing? Are you using an oil-based makeup remover for your face just to break down that extra bit? Also, are you using a silicone-based primer? Because they can be really nasty on the skin sometimes for some people. Try again using a setting spray as your primer in that step and see if that works. I prefer to do that way. Yeah, that's it really. I'm trying to think of what other primers you can use. Try priming sprays and see if that works for you. They're really good, to be honest. Hey, Katie. Oh, I've asked a question already. Oh, that's another one. Okay, last one, no problem. Best powder setting sprays you recommend? MAC, Tess, and Animals. Yeah, Ofra do one. Ofra do a really, really nice one right here. And it actually comes in a pack with other setting sprays. Massifying makeup fixer, and you just give it a little shake. And that's the powder in there mixed into it. And it does the same job as the MAC one. And I believe it's less expensive, and you get free. Oh, guys, I need to wear my glasses again. Concealer as an eyeshadow primer is bad. Yeah, I have eczema on my eyelids, and it causes the creases of my eyes to change. And heavy primer is very uncomfortable. Yeah. What is a lightweight primer I could try? So you can try, depending on your budget, you can go and get Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock eyeshadow primer. I just forgot about the box around my head. Prime and Lock primer because it's a little bit more fluid-like without being like a concealer texture. If you have a little bit more of a budget, the Urban Decay priming potion, the original one, because it almost has that slip and that silky texture to it. And also Free CE, a Korean brand, do a really nice eye primer. Go for ones that are clear and have more of a clear finish, because eyeshadow primers are so tacky, which is great if you don't have eczema on your eyelids, because that can dry out completely. So I know exactly what you mean. Go for the clear ones. Free CE, Free Concept Eyes. They do a really, really great primer. Hi, Robert. One more question. That's okay. Thank you. What eyebrow shape or makeup suits a long face? You are amazing. So if you want to get technical with face shapes, when you look at different face shapes, the overall like objective is to make them slightly rounder. So with me, because I'm long, I have a long face, let's say. So my brow shape, I try not to arch too much. I try to bring them straight across because you're almost cutting off that longer shape. So if I was to arch them like this, I kind of like that. I would make my face look even longer because it's going up like that. So straight across is a really nice one. You can still get that definition and have a tiny bit of a tail, excuse me, going down at the end, but try going straight across. Robert, how much is £7,500? Like a lot? I don't get it. Oh, do you mean £75? It is in what? Transferred to what? Google. Google's a good tool. You're the best, Robert. Thank you so much, Tori. I love eyeshadow, but have hooded eyes. What are your suggestions? I don't know if you saw at the beginning of a video, I shaded in my hood of the eye. So hooded eye people, when you're doing your eye makeup, look straight into the mirror and literally draw on what you want to see and then blend it out. So I really need to do a video for you guys, and I will, but draw on the shapes that you want to see and then blend that out. Get yourself a small blending brush as well, like this one. Really tiny, really small, so you can really get that detail. Don't hold your brushes like this, though. How are we doing? What's the time? Karenis, I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. Thank you so much. Hi, Robert. Absolutely love your channel. My cheeks are super round towards the inside of my face. I try to keep it controlled towards the higher cheekbone, but it ends up everywhere. Yeah. Are you talking? Are you talking about product? Maybe focus your product a little bit more. Contouring under here can also counteract roundness if you don't bring it down too far. If you bring it down too far, then you're pushing the cheek up a little bit more. Keep it focused up here. Do like an 80s kind of vibe where you kind of do like a C shape around this area. And then that will kind of like give you more density there. And then only highlight a tiny little bit on the top of the cheeks here. Contour more up here if you're struggling in that case. I hope that helps. Jordan, hi. Hi, Robert. Love you. Thank you. I have super red cheeks and I use a yellow concealer. Yeah, but I always look cakey. I use a hydrating primer, normal to dry skin. Dry to normal skin. I have good skin care, thanks to James. I have super red cheeks. Yeah, so it depends on the texture again. Are you using foundation? If you're using foundation with it, lay your foundation down first and then see how much that covers and then go in with the right amount of concealer. If you're not wearing foundation and you're just trying to cover your cheeks up a little bit. Oh, you use the yellow concealer. I hate suggesting green color corrector because literally yellow does exactly the same. Try and get yourself a really thick concealer that you wouldn't usually use, but warm it up before. Warm it up with those fingers and really push into that skin and really kind of get the product to kind of blend with the skin. And that should give you coverage without looking cakey. Warmer product is so much better than just putting it straight onto the skin. Hey, thank you. Hi, Robert. Any tips for changing makeup colors quickly during outfit changes without taking it all off, e.g. outfit changes in Indian weddings? Yeah. So when you're planning your makeup look, think about where your touch of color is going to be and how those colors are going to connect with each other. So you can have your main color on your eyelids, let's say gold or red or something like that, and then think about where you're going to add that next touch of color and how it's going to change, and think about how the color sits on top. Say we have gold on our eyelids, right, and then red through the socket. We can change the red easily by putting a different color on top or just through the sockets here, or by adding a pop of color on the inside here. Another thing you can do is change the waterline color as well. Do a flesh and then change it up to a black, or change it up to a red, or that might look a little bit sore, you know what I mean, or a blue. Yeah, that's how I end sentences when I don't know what's going on. I just go, yeah. Casey, hi Robert. Any makeup primer recommendations for very pale, cool, velvety skin? The skin around my eyes is drier and elasticy. Oh, I see. So felt tip liquid liners smudge have and love bright colors. Yeah, eye makeup. Yeah, so if you're finding it's more kind of like textured on your lids, as much as I love a good dry eye primer, you don't want to go too dry, but you don't want to go too the texture of concealer, because there's a fly in here, because it's too wet and too tacky. So go somewhere in between. Try again a clear eye primer. Have to hydrate, guys. Yeah, try a clear eye primer. In terms of felt tip liners. Ah, fly just landed on my face. I clearly smell. In terms of like good primers for oh god, it probably got stuck on the sweat on my head. Good primers for lids. Sorry, liners. Try again a wind up pencils. Wind up pencils are so underrated. They just go away. If it goes in my hair, can someone tell me? Because I don't want it like laying eggs. Edie, hi, thank you. Hi, Robert, love your channel, and you're my absolute muse for makeup artistry. Thank you. What kind of blush would you recommend for tan skins with warm neutral tones? So luckily with neutral tones, you can go for a lot. Don't go pastel, and don't go to those grayer, almost version on contour shades as well. If you're neutral, you don't want to go too far in one direction. You don't want to go pure red, for example, or pure pink, or pastel pink. So you almost want to go for muted without being pastel. I hope that makes sense. I wish I had like, what are those books with loads of colors in? Oh, I'm going to get one, and then I can show you exactly what I mean. So if I was to give you like a straight up color, then maybe I'll go for something that's a little bit more... Oh, I should have like color references, shouldn't I? Okay, let's take this for example. Here. So color like this would be really nice on you. This is a lipstick, but that's that color will be really nice if you want to go like a little bit stronger, not too much. Or you can go in the opposite direction and go for this, which is like a warmer kind of peachier brown. Oh wow, they look nothing on camera like they do here, but it's more like a warmer peachier brown. Corey, just wanted to show some loving. Thank you. Please help. Primer hates me. Oh no, dry skin, by the way. I would watch you do eye looks all day. Thank you so much. If you have drier skin, you're kind of like okay in terms of primer, not to use too much. Honestly, Milk Hydro Grip has to be one of the best primers I think I've ever used. If you don't want to go, it's quite expensive. So if you want to use something a little bit more affordable, try even again a serum. Just use a serum on your skin before and see if that helps, because it hydrates enough. Yeah, Melanie C. Sorry, I'm going to find you. I have so wait. How do I see you? I can't find you. I'm so sorry. Can I click on you? Oh, no, I can't. Oh, I'm so sorry, Melanie. I can't find it now. Would you message me on Instagram and I'll look out for your name? Not everyone message me, because I'm only going to look out for these people. And I'll have a chat to you in messages. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I missed that. Oh, Elf has a dupe for the Milk Primer. That's good to know. Someone says, Robert, the milk primer tends to peel on me a bit. Yeah. How do I make it work? Try not to use anything else underneath, as annoying as that sounds. Yeah, try not to use too much underneath, because it might be interfering with something, depending on the base of what the milk primer is made out of and the base of what you've used before. So do something like maybe spray a mist and then go on with your elf primer. Melanie C. So extreme hooded eyes, best eyeshadow shape. Yeah, halo, cut crease, etc. Love from Buffalo, New York. I do like a halo on hooded eyes, because you can deepen this outside corner. And you can get more structure that way as well. And then you can like really lighten that inside corner. And with a halo eye, you can take like a really subtle shine right up to the brow, and it gives this really, really beautiful like glow to the eye. So halo eyes like really, really great on hooded eyes. Cut creases are okay, because you can draw on the shape of a cut crease. It's when you get to this outside corner, ideally you want a cut crease to flow into the shape, if that makes sense. So that can be a little bit more difficult when it comes to the outside corner. Remember your bat wing shapes on hooded eyes. So you kind of like with a bat wing, you kind of want to draw straight across. And when you look up, you want to dip down like this, like a bat's wing. Because then when you open your eyes, it looks straight across. That's what you should definitely do for hooded eyes. Tuna Kim, hi Robert. Just wanted to show my love and do your approach to makeup, and been loving your videos during this time. Thank you so much. Brandis, hello. Thank you so much. I'm fair, light, neutral, and slight olive undertones. Almost all nude lippies go warm orangey, terracotta, or bubblegum pink. I hate it. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm the same way. I'm quite neutral, and if I use a color, I'm like, oh, that looks really great. I put it on, and my lips look bright orange. I'm like, what the hell is going on? The best thing to do is neutralize your lip tone before. Grab a lip. I know it's really annoying. You have to use another product, but get a lip pencil. A really good. I mean, most lip pencils are really long lasting. That's almost close to your skin tone, but not completely. You almost want to mute your lips, not with concealer, but with a lip pencil. But then that way, the lip color is literally gripping to that pencil and has that lip pencil as a base rather than your actual lip color. And that way it's going to come out true to what you see in the lipstick, and the lip gloss is going to come out true to color. I hope it helps. Hi, Robert. Much love from Australia. Hey, I have a disgusting bluey dark under eye circles. How can I cover them? Please help. Blue, if they're really, really blue, that's the only time I would suggest using red or dark orange. The best thing you can do, and this absolutely isn't for everyone, because it's around the eye area and it's quite sensitive, and it does take a while to take off. So maybe just for a special occasion. But lip stains just under the eye here, not too close to the eye. Use at your own discretion. You can use a lip stain and then wipe it away, and then it's stained the skin where the blue is. So then you don't have to build up product on top of product. But that's in like drastic measures. But if you can get or get a really dark concealer with a red undertone to it. Oh God, thank you so much. Thank you. Hi Robert, cheers from Mexico. Hey, thank you for making makeup approachable, especially for a once a week makeup wearer. Love the ghost of makeup stories. Congrats on the engagement. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you so much. Emily, hey. Hi, Robert. Any tips for fine lines around the eyes? I've tried all concealers, powders, and they still look horrendous when I smile. A lot of love on your videos. Thank you so, so much. I around the eyes is quite difficult because it is that texture of skin. It's quite difficult to kind of play around with. Again, it will be, I thought that fly just landed on my head. The texture. There, how are you prepping the skin around the eyes? I think a really good kind of skin prep is to get a gel kind of eye cream because the texture of that is really, really great around the eye. It's not too hydrating, but it is slightly tacky. And then that way it grips without looking cakey and without sliding away. And it doesn't give the product much chance to move around. Origins, I keep forgetting everything is owned by Estee Lauder. Find an eye gel, not a cream, or a concentrate like a gel. That'll be really good, and that's also really great to use on the nose if your foundation doesn't sit on the nose. C. Livingston, thank you. Please buy yourself a treat, artist. Thank you. Thank you so much. And here's my box. For everyone joining recently, I can't get rid of this box. It's on my camera. I didn't do my research. Have I missed something? Is he engaged? Yeah, I've been engaged for years, years and years and years. And me and my fiance are just never bothered about getting married. Like we want to, but it's not like, we're not like, oh my God, marriage. And let's have a big wedding, anything like that. We might just go and like do it somewhere private. Tips for freckles. Sometimes the whole routine looks busy without full coverage. Wanting to optimize freckles without looking busy or caking it on. Yeah, so do you want your freckles to show a little bit more, or do you want them to be covered a little bit more? I would say both anyway, because the people are always interested in that. If you want to cover your freckles more, you need a red undertone foundation, whether your skin is yellow or not, because freckles kind of have that browny tone. If you go on top of yellow, they become gray and look a little bit weird. If you want them to stand out a little bit more, it's difficult because you can either just go back on the top over the top of them. You can actually buy freckle pens, which are absolutely amazing, and you can just go over your freckles. Otherwise, it's a case of having to sit there and literally do like one freckle at a time, removing the makeup. What you can do as well, if you're not necessarily need coverage here, use your foundation concealer just in these areas here, and then blend that out, and a tiny bit of concealer up in that area there. And make sure it's blended out nicely. I hope that answered your question. I find freckles is a difficult thing because some people love them. Yeah, Origins is owned by Estee Lauder. They own so much. Natalie, thank you so, so much. I just want to thank you and James for keeping us also entertained during quarantine. Thank you. I've learned so much from you both, from an NHS midwife. Oh, amazing. Well, thank you for doing everything you do, especially at this crazy, crazy time. And being a midwife must be super stressful in this time. I sent an email to you months ago. Have you tried Estee Lauder Heatwave Highlighter? No, I don't use Estee Lauder anymore. For those of you who email my robertmakeup@gmail.com, there's so many emails in there, and all of them, majority of them, can be answered by viewing my videos. So I'm trying to send you links to the videos as a reply. I can't reply to every single one, unfortunately. And I save some of them for my helping my subscribers video, which I'm trying to do once a month now. But I can't do things like help match you to a color of foundation, because that takes time and that takes investigation. So if you and if you could title subject your question a little bit more, so I can see initially what it is, not things like help or my face, you know, if you could make it a little bit more whatever, that'd be great. Natalie, thank you so much. Hi, Robert. I have deep purple and blue under eyes from prescription medications, or fair pink undertones. How do I cover that? Love from Ontario, Canada. I would love to visit there one day. I don't know if you heard me mention earlier, drastic cases lip stains used in this area. I'm just going to draw on my face with this lip product. So you can use a lip stain safely in this kind of area here, and then blend that out. And once it's stained the skin, then you can go on top with your, what foundation am I using? But obviously give it time to stain your skin, and then you can go on top. Where's my brushes? Oh, that one's better. But you can go on top of your foundation and get a better coverage that way. And sometimes it does have to be as drastic as a red if you have quite stained under eyes. And see how I'm tapping? Really, really tapping. And I'm not wiping because then you interfere with the texture. Give that time to sit and rest, and then tap the smallest amount of powder on top of there. See how you get on with that. But only in drastic measures, so you have to use red. But red undertones, if you have really dark under eyes, get a concealer 3 shades darker than your skin tone in the red undertone category, and then go on top of your Regs concealer. Okay. Lindsay, hi. Hello from WV. What is that? West Virginia? No, I don't know. Love your vibe and your style. Thank you. What advice do you have for dealing with sensitive inner corners when you love bold eye makeup looks? It's really difficult because my eyes get quite red and quite sensitive as well. If your eyes get really sensitive and they kind of tend to water, or the products are making your eyes really sensitive, again, laying down a good primer is a really good one, a really sticky primer, because it holds onto the product a little bit more, and that way it doesn't touch your eyelids as much, and it can't, like, you don't have that risk of it going everywhere. Sigma eyeshadow primers are the best. Ooh, it works with every eyeshadow. And I do different tones, so no matter what your skin tone is, you have an option there for you. It works with every eyeshadow I've used. It works with every brand of eyeshadow I've used as well. Oh, yeah. Hi, thanks. One more Indian wedding question, of course. If one outfit is gold and the other outfit is silver, what foundation, blush, etc. go with both to help change the eye lip color easier? I hope that makes sense. Go for her undertone, the bride's undertone, and match your blush to her undertone. If she is a yellow undertone, go for peach. If she is a red undertone, go for I want to find a nice color to show you, because you don't want to do red. But a pinky red, if that makes sense, because then it's neutral to the skin, and then everything else doesn't really matter as much. Yeah, and then you don't have to worry so much about matching it with the eye and the dress, if that makes sense. Honestly, if peach blush is the answer to everything. Different levels of peach is the answer to absolutely everything. Nasty, hey, last one. Long ago, I used bobby pins to pop blackheads on the nose. Now permanent broken capillaries. Yeah, on nostrils with rosacea. Yellow concealer. Yeah, yellow concealer. I find that I have a burst capillary in my nose right here, and my normal concealer, which is yellow undertone, covers that perfectly. So yeah, we all make those mistakes, so don't we? Melanie, hi. Best way to help marionette lines besides growing a beard. The lines from a corner of your mouth that go downwards. It's difficult with them because as you move your mouth like so much, and the same with frowning and stuff. If you frown, you're going to make those creases. So again, skin prep, and think about how you're going to touch up your skin. As much as I think it's like a trashy product, Beauty Blender do this like teardrop with 2 flat sponges in it. They are absolutely incredible for literally just grabbing and tapping up. Or if you have a cheap Beauty Blender, cut like some, like almost like you're cutting bread, cut some slices and carry a few of them around with you, and just tap that area there. Spray with a hydrating mist, not a setting spray, a hydrating mist before, and then just gently tap. And then you've renewed the texture off that skin. It's really, really difficult with areas of the face that move to keep them smooth looking, you know? Oh, wait. Emily, hi, thank you. I use SPF under my makeup and struggle using it under the eyes. Yeah, due to the lines. How do you manage to stay protected but still look flawless? So I made the mistake of using SPF up near my eyes once, because I was like, I have to be covered. And oh my God, the sting. It's awful. I just wouldn't take it there, to be honest with you. Concealer, I don't. The thing is, skincare and makeup with SPF is almost useless in terms of sun protection because it doesn't have enough in there, enough sun protection in there. Um, Maybe try a setting spray with an SPF. Again, not enough protection, or a powder with an SPF. Just and then concentrate it in that area, because then you're protected and then you're setting slightly. But do watch out with powders with SPF because they have a strong flashback and they tend to be thicker in texture. Yeah, go for the Korean brands because they know exactly what they're doing with their SPF. Denise, hi. I love you and Jane so much. Thank you. The double cleanse is officially my favorite thing to listen to these days. Take care. Thank you so much. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, me and my twin brother have a podcast called the Double Cleanse Podcast. And we talk about beauty and stuff and the influencer world and all this other stuff. We have some special guests on there one time, but hoping to have more in the future. It's a good listen. You can find it on all podcast listening things. I've been on here for an hour and a half. Jenny, hi, Robert. Can you recommend a good primer for skin types that are sensitive? Yeah, and finicky with foundations. Absolutely. If you want to spend a little bit of money, the Pat McGrath primer is one of the absolute best. If you don't want to spend too much money, let me just rack my brain really quickly. Oh, W Lab, the concealer is so good. It looks like a pore filling like silicone primer, but it isn't that dry, horrible texture. It's just really silky, really smooth. It's W Lab, right? Sometimes you might see it on some adverts, but really, really great, really affordable, really just smooths out the texture of the skin, but it doesn't like become part of your skin, so it's great for sensitive skins. Guys, I'm going to jump off in a bit, so don't send any more super chats. I think they've, because I'm not going to be able to get around to answering them all. Okay, let me please react to Alexandra Anel. I absolutely love her. I think she's absolutely incredible. So it was just me sitting there going, yeah, love it. Not that that stops you from doing it sometimes. Favorite makeup remover? The ones from crap. What's the name? Shit. Zero Clean It Balm, and I never remember the name of a brand, but it's in my like favorites video. Norma, love your channel. Thank you so much, Norma. Thank you. Hi, Robert. I'm somebody who really loves makeup. What age do you think you should start wearing makeup? I think you should start wearing makeup when you want to, first of all. But if you're young and you have amazing skin, and when your parents let you, but if you're young and you have amazing skin, look after your skin more than covering it with makeup. Makeup is fun, do it whenever. But if you're young and you have that incredible skin that I'm so jealous of, wear your SPF, look after it, wash it, double cleanse it, and then you'll find that you won't have to wear as much. Playing with eye makeup and lip products and nails is all good. Mr. Teddy Bear, hi, I'm a guy and just started wearing makeup. I try to not let people's judgment and comments get to me, but it sometimes happens. Yeah, what's the way to battle this? Just don't give a fuck what anyone says. If someone has a problem with you being a man wearing makeup, I mean, first of all, the brand is probably made by men because for some reason men keep making makeup brands. But Vanilla, thank you. That's a cleanser balm. Vanilla Co. Yeah. I just don't care what anyone says. Like, it doesn't bother me. I only wear makeup on my videos. I don't wear makeup when I'm working or outside the house just because I don't want to, really. I would if I wanted to, but I don't. It's no one's business. You're happy doing what you're doing. You're happy being creative. You're doing what makes you happy. If people have something to say, then let them say it. But who also cares, you know? And it's a difficult thing to kind of put out the back of your mind, but yeah. God, guys, my eyes. I need to get my glasses out. I know people usually opt for a wet beauty blender to blend their concealer. Is there anything bad that might happen if I use a dry wedge sponge to blend the concealer on my under eye? Not really. Like I mean, that's old school back in the day using like nothing really happens. Beauty blenders were kind of created because they absorb a lot of they don't absorb, whereas the old sponges kind of absorb a little bit more. You can wet that one if you want to. Nothing really happens. Use your finger if you want to and stop buying sponges. Fingers are amazing, guys. Can you believe they exist? Sophia, thank you so much. Love from San Antonio, Texas. What is the best moisturizer for oily skin? I have super oily and texture skin. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much. So it depends on your skin. First of all, we all have different skin. And by the way, guys, I'm going to jump off after this. I just want to talk to you about a few things before. I've been liking the Dr. Sam Flawless Moisturizer Light. I have a little trolley here, by the way, and these are all things that I use before I film, or that I use all the time. I might go through it with you guys one day. But any moisturizers for oily skin that are called gels, fluids, more watery base are really, really good because they're still hydrating, but they're almost instantly absorbed by your skin. Yeah, and that way you're not really messing with the texture. You're not leaving like an oil on the skin. So anything that has a really nice liquid base to it almost, and something that is gel-like or water-like on the skin. Or serum. Use a serum before and don't use anything else. And then you're getting that nice boost of moisturizer from a serum without it having that texture. I hope that helps. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I've been here for a long time. Am I still live? I'm still live, right? Yeah. So, 1 hour, 38 minutes. I just want to say to you guys, if you weren't here before, well, thank you so much, first of all, for jumping on this live with me so last minute. You're all amazing. I'm so sorry if I missed your questions. If you sent a super chat and I missed it, I'm so sorry. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sending it. And thank you for all your questions. Yeah, don't take it personally if I missed a question. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I will try and make another time. I'll try and do more lives as well. I'm going to save this so you can go back and watch it. You can watch me for the first, like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get this box away from my face. But as I mentioned at the beginning, next Friday, I have something really, really exciting I'm going to share with you guys. I can't wait. I can't wait for you all to see it. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you, literally so much. So thank you for being here. Yeah, I don't know what else to do now. Do this for a few minutes. Oh. Please let it be products. Who knows what it could be? A triangle. It's going to be a triangle. I'm releasing a triangle. No, I wish I had a horror experience of my own. Actually, no, I don't. Oh, everyone always asks me where I get my rings from. That's just what I want to touch on really quickly. The silver ones, like the skull ones, are from a brand called The Great Frog, like a frog. That's really great, The Great Frog. And that's where my Mickey Mouse one is from. These other silver ones, like this, and if you ever see me wearing a chain, it's from a brand called, shit, I can't remember. Let me look it up for you guys. Vitally, Vitally. They do some really, really cool jewelry. And then my black ones, the like Safe, which I can't find, that is from a brand called Rogue and Wolf, and they do really, really amazing black ones. That's where my little moon one is from here as well. Rogue and Wolf. Yeah, I can say that. Okay, I think I'm done. Do I want to share anything with you guys while I'm sitting here? I'm just trying to find stuff to talk about now. So what are you guys doing this weekend? I got a new mirror, which is cool. And it has lights, and then like you press it and it gets brighter. Can you see that or not? Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. It's not merch, unfortunately. I wish I might do merch one day, but I'm not very like imaginative, you know? Yeah. You're way back from work. Walk or drive safe. Where's the mirror from? It's from Kim Chi, who's the drag queen. Kimchi Chick Cosmetics, chic. And they've only just come recently onto Beauty Bay in the UK. So I got it from there. Yeah. It's a fancy mirror, right? Do your own ring. I would love my own rings. That would be great. Yeah, I think if I did merch, it would be black. So like black hoodies, black things like that. See, if I made purple merch, I couldn't wear my own merch because I only wear black. Could you do a... Oh, no, I missed it. I'm reading the comments and like laughing to myself. All right, guys, I better go. I have things to do. I don't. I need to eat. That's what I have to do. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do only wear black. It's a really bad habit because being like a makeup artist professionally from when I was 19, really getting into it, I would only buy black clothes because it's like professional on-set clothing, if that makes sense. So I would only buy black. So whenever I went shopping, I'd be like, oh, this will be good for work. This will be good for work. And I worked for MAC for a while. I was on their pro team, so I would only wear black. So everything I buy was, oh, great for work, great for work. And now I only wear black. One time I bought an orange hoodie and I wore it and my family were like, no, that's not right. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I could stand here and just talk crap all day. But yeah, the box in the middle of the screen is from my camera. I forgot to set it so it doesn't do it. I haven't tried NARS Afterglow, but it looks incredible. All right, guys, I need to stop looking at things. Okay, thank you. Thanks, guys. Oh, thank you for all you do. What's a good email to contact you on? Thank you, JMO. Thank you so much. So if you have a makeup question, my email address is, first of all, don't click on any of the contact me buttons because that goes to my management. That doesn't go to me. So if you've ever sent anything that way, it doesn't go to me. You have to physically write out. None of the buttons like on my Instagram or YouTube go to this email address. It's Robert, which is my name, and then makeuphelp@gmail.com. I don't answer all questions because there's likely a video. And as you can imagine, I get quite a few. So it's really hard to get around to them all. But do check my videos before. Just scroll through them and see if anything's answered there. Also look at my playlist. It's called Helping My Subscribers with Their Makeup. There's loads of questions answered in those one video. There's 3 videos, but they're quite compact, if that makes sense. So yeah, thank you for that question. That's the best one to contact me on. All right, guys, I really have to go, but I don't want to. My zodiac sign is Pisces. You can send appreciation emails if you want to. They're always nice to read. I don't answer my DMs on Instagram either. So unless I physically ask you to message me, don't. Robert Makeup Help, that's the one. Oh, I thought I could pin it, but I can't. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, I have to go. Thank you so much. Yeah, bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Right, how do I do it? End stream. What am I going to eat? I don't know. I don't cook. I'll decide later. All right, guys. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Okay, bye.